What's your name?
My name is Algernon Fortbrine.
I'm not going to remember that.
You can call him Al.
You may not call me Al. As you know, the arena's greatest attraction is the dinosaur racing. Our star attraction, our prize racing dinosaur, has gone missing. I need you to track him down, and I need you to return him. Otherwise, we're sunk.
Which dinosaur? Which dinosaur is it?
His name is Sisqo. A dinosaur looming over a small creature. Could you describe said creature to us, please?
It's about 2 foot tall. Like brown and sloppy.
I'm afraid I can't let you take that dinosaur back to the arena. I want you to help us steal a whole bunch more dinosaurs. We're going to let all the dinosaurs out, and we're going to let them go free in the swamp. And I tell you what, we'll help you steal a bunch of gold from Algernon. How's that sound? We'll help you steal a bunch of gold from Algernon. How's that sound?
How many?
Melons.
You can have all the melons of gold you can carry.
How many dinosaurs already live in the swamp? Do I know that? Like a rough number.
I mean, they should be fairly common, but like I would say that their population has decreased by about 60% in the last few years because so many of them have been caught.
How many live in this arena?
You don't know.
Could I get a vague idea from the fact that we went in the pens where all the dinosaurs live?
Couple of dozen.
Couple of dozen.
Yeah.
How did you get Sisqo out without anyone noticing?
We snuck in. We may have blackjacked a couple of people, but then it was easy really. We guided him to the entrance with some non-drugged ham.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as he was out, he caught the smell of freedom on the wind and he ran to the swamp. That was it. It's an easy job. We go in, break out some dinosaurs, and then we let them go.
Cool, let's do it.
Can we have a little confer, everyone? Because I mean, I haven't heard your opinion yet, Eric, and I don't know what the hell you're on about apart from smacking people in the face with a mace. So, do we actually want to do this?
I mean, I've got to be honest, I wasn't initially planning on joining the Dino Liberation Front.
Yeah.
But, they have a lot of bows, so, I'm inclined to agree.
That's true, but also, like, on one end, we've been given an actual job to reclaim the technically legal property of the racing animal for the person who works for the arena that's probably got lots of money anyway. Mm-hmm. Or on the other hand, we're joining an organised militia to release what are probably 24 dinosaurs into the wild where this small little green fella lives, and we'll probably
you can
eat
see
and
him
murder.
waving from the side. I've got to say though, the case for drugging the dinosaurs and forcing them into a sort of slavery does put me off helping Al. Plus, he was a bit of a git, wasn't he? He did have a lot of money though.
Yeah. I mean, you've got to think about repeat business.
Think about the golden melons. I've never seen a golden melon before.
Exactly. I think these blokes wearing their bark armour have got any golden melons rocking around.
We're offering you his golden melons. You hear from the. We're offering you his golden melons.
Yeah, all right. We're having a private conversation, actually, mate.
We're shouting at each.
At this point,
Mila sort of like stalks off into the woods for a bit. You just hear like. Ugh!
Tim was going to ask her a question. That's fine.
It's fine. She comes back once she's presumably beaten the crap out of a tree.
I thought you liked trees.
How is this Kanku such a narc?
Don't you mean the bark? No, I don't know.
Mila, she re-emerges. You can go ask her a question if you want.
So he goes, are there lots of golden melons where you're from?
Not really, no. But
I've never seen a melon before.
shall I describe one to you?
Oh yes, please.
All right. A melon. She describes a melon.
Yeah, chins and
What kind of
round.
melon?
Cantaloupe. And then she goes, now imagine that, but made of gold.
Oh my goodness. You could buy 10 swamps with that.
You could buy loads more golden melons
What?
once you've got a golden melon.
What kind of economy is this?
So it's the entire world's economy. Is it
run on golden melons.
Apparently so, but I'm not entirely sure that the system exists in the entirety of the world.
You sell the golden melon, and with that money you can buy more golden melons.
I suppose technically you are correct, Mist. Yeah, if you sold 2 golden melons, you would have the money that you would need to buy 2 golden melons.
More boss has had enough. He picks up his mace, shakes off the mud, and just walks up and says, "Let's go. I'm growing tired."
The whole time they've had this conversation, Tim's gotten out a very flat sheet of bark and a stick, and he like dips it in some mud, and he's writing some things down, like nodding and listening to what you're saying, and then he puts the bark in a weird discreet hole in his sack. You can see there's enough mud has dripped off his sack now to notice that he's wearing a sack made of some sort of form of reeds. Can
I take a proper look at the sort of bark militia?
Yeah.
Like, so they're wearing bark armour?
Yeah, wearing bark armour. You maybe a wisdom perception check. See how much you notice.
Yeah, that's a 6.
Okay.
They're wearing bark.
They are wearing bark armour. They're sort of wearing some pretty raggedy tunics. You notice that a couple of weapons are like, well, it was a military issue.
Ooh.
And I think an educated guess. This is a fairly common fate for a lot of people across the land. These people were soldiers. And with the end of the war, there was no real need for them, so they're sort of trying to carve out an existence for themselves. A lot of people turn into brigands and petty thieves and stuff like that. So while what they are doing is technically illegal, it's they don't seem to be the worst veterans you've ever seen.
Yes, I look at them with distaste as I look at their kind of like muddy clothing, but then realising they're probably veterans. I sort of give them a kind of like begrudging kind of respect, I suppose.
Cool.
While still looking a bit like ugh about like the clothes. There's an awful lot of leaves.
See, one guy's been like,
Yeah.
Bet his arms are tired.
you have been talking for quite a time. Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Tim's gonna pat the dinosaur one more time. Don't worry, you have lots more friends when we come back. And he wanders off and follows this scary tiefling man.
Great. Okay, so Mila falls in step with you. It's like, you'll do it then, while you're sort of walking through the forest. All right, we strike tonight. We'll be with you. We'll do a recce and then we'll get in there. I think we got lucky yesterday, and they'll be on high alert now if they so much as suspect that Sisqo was stolen or liberated. She says, sort of fixing you with that. Could get messy.
Yeah, I imagine it will.
But it's for a good cause.
Debatable. Right. Let's get some kit then, shall we?
We're not going soft on this, are we? We can spill blood.
As long as it's not the dinosaurs, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
We'll see what
It's
happens.
the lives of an actual human being who's just working for a bloke. They bring nothing at all. But the dinosaurs, well, we need to do everything we can to make sure they're safe.
Is he always like this?
We've just
Unfortunately.
met.
How unfortunate.
What's your name?
Should we get some kit?
Please.
Tim gestures to you lot and says, "Oh, I've got a perfect spot for all of you," and he leads you to this other swamp area. It looks very similar to the last one, except for there's little piles of sticks and there's a little pile of, it looks like garbage, but you can see pieces of book that have been torn out, or little piles of different colours of leaves, and he welcomes you in and says, "Oh, this is my home. You're welcome to find a nice comfortable spot. There's some particularly soft mud here that I rather like."
Fizz takes one step in and his foot is immediately stuck on the floor. Yeah, no, it's lovely. Yeah.
I just sort of look at you very urgently and go, "But it's so ghastly." Just kind of looking out. I just sort of just really like Eric's not a wild person by any stretch. Just kind of sit down, just sort of. Is this where we live now?
Oh no!
Is it clear that the pile of stuff is a fire? Is it a fire? Or is it just a pile of stuff? Do you have something that looks like a fire?
No.
Oh, okay.
You set fire to all of Tim's belongings.
Yeah, mistakenly, Morboss gets his tail, the end of which is an ember, and touches it to a pile that he believes to be a campfire.
It's actually Tim the Goblin's most treasured belonging.
It's not the most treasured belongings, but like there's some good stuff in that pile.
Yeah, Tim sees this, and at first it's like, oh, what is this? Is it magic? He looks at you, and then he realizes that the stuff is starting to like crumble a bit. He's like, oh my goodness, oh no! And he starts like jumping around it and like hitting it with his stick, his mud stick.
Is
He's
this
like
the first
hitting
time
it
Tim's
with his
ever
mud
seen
stick.
fire?
Yeah, yeah. He's hitting it with his mud stick, going, oh my goodness, stop!
I curl up next to the fire and purr.
So he just slowly just yeah, at one point he's going to try and reach his hand in there and get his stuff out.
Make me a dex sleight of hand check.
I'm going to get a fresh one. That's 12.
You manage to salvage maybe half of it before you're like, it's all too burned. And you...
Sorry.
No, carry on.
I was going to say, I realise this is happening, and suddenly, distraught but not showing it outwardly, I just reach in and grab some of the stuff that Tim's trying to rescue, and kind of just chuck it aside and then go like, there you go, there's the rest of your rubbish.
Yeah,
Because they're fire resistant.
He's like, oh, and then he's like jumping on it as well, going, and then he like carefully gathers what's left together, like that. I mean, it's not too bad. I can still see some of the pictures. I mean, it's basically the same thing. And then he picks it up and gathers it to his little chest. And then like sits in his soft mud pile with it like clutched to him.
Well, Mila's been watching all of this and goes, I'll wake you when it's time. And just turns around and leaves. So you're in a slightly smoke-filled goblin's house or home in the swamp, and you've got some time before night falls, and you are going to roll out on your dinosaur heist. So, is there anything anyone wants to do?
I'm just going to mix up one of my little potions. So I've got like a couple of jars that have little bottle tops on them. Mm-hmm. I'm just pouring out like almost like a third of the glass with this weird purple liquid, and then it's just some clear water that I'm topping up with. Give it a little shake, sort of drink it a bit. Never tasted like meat before. Yeah, it tastes like ham. And then he sort of slips a few in his thing, and then just sort of falls back and just for the rest of the night.
Cool.
By the time that Tim eventually recovers from this traumatic experience, he like puts his stuff next to the pile of mud and like pats it, and then he goes over to you lot and he says, I wasn't sure if you'd already eaten, but I do have a rather nice pile of mushrooms that I could offer you. And he like gestures to a little pile of mushrooms. Says they're delicious.
Morboss is feeling quite bad, although not showing it. So Morboss accepts the offer of these disgusting looking mushrooms.
Yeah, he just gives he gives them to you. Like that, a little pile.
I eat them, but only a few bites, maybe one mushroom at most, and just kind of go.
He's nodding, looking at you.
I'm kind of looking up, and I like looking at you eating, just like staring. Are you eating also? I'm just like,
he's offering you some.
Kind of like sniff it, and I'm like,
no.
And I just like walk away and go back to the fire.
Obviously, people don't eat mushrooms. And he offers it to you as well.
I look at the mushroom, and then I sort of look longingly at the pile of drugged meat. And I'm kind of like...
You still have a sack full of meat.
And I'm sort of like, how drugged do we think the meat is? Are we sort of talking fun drug level or knock out for the next 10 hours level?
I've got a pile of it in my mouth.
Please make me a Constitution saving throw. You're looking to beat a 20.
Okay, that's a 17 plus 2, that's 19.
Oh.
You are stoned out of your mind. You've never noticed before how absolutely everyone is connected in just a big web, and how really it was okay earlier when you tried to eat that Kenku because technically he was already a part of you. So really, it was just natural, man.
Are we ruled by a big spider?
Eric, you're like, I wonder how drugged this meat is, and you turn and the tobacco's just like. It looks like mist can see through time. So I think it's safe to say the meat is quite profoundly drugged.
She's having a swamp vision. I have them too sometimes, you know.
What do you have your mushrooms?
Have I given you inspiration yet?
No.
You know, inspiration just for existing. Tim the Gobbo is ridiculous. Okay, so some hours pass. Night starts to fall. Whoops. Okay. Eventually, you sober up. You still feel very, very floaty. Was everyone having a kip or anything while the hours went by?
So presumably, as the campfire goes out, it's getting pretty dark. So
it's kind of like, even though it's only late afternoon, the amount of foliage and coverage above your heads makes it pretty dark where you are, especially since it's getting on in the day.
Morboss picks up like a hand of mud and just gently casts light on it, the cantrip, and just kind of hides it under his cloak, and just kind of sleeps with it but nobody can see this, obviously.
No, absolutely.
He's turned away from the group and is just hugging his little glowing ball of mud.
Yeah. I mean, that's standard for where Tim's from.
Which is to say, here.
Tim will curl up in his mud pile.
Cool. Eventually, you you're woken up by Mila and three of the cohort in their bark armour. She's got a kind of like a small lamp. It's almost like an oil lamp, but it's got shutters on it, so it's currently emitting just a very small, narrow slot of light. It's clearly, it's a lamp for anyone who doesn't really want to be seen. She wakes you up. It's like, it's time we got moving. Tim, you wake up to find that you are actually Sisqo has come and joined you and is slightly curled around you. So when cats curl up, and there's a little hole in there. You put a cup in.
Oh yeah, he's definitely small enough.
You're in there, boop.
Yeah, he wakes up.
Yeah, you're ensconced in a dinosaur.
Yeah, he's like, oh, Mama. Looks so.
Sisqo kind of opens an eye and is like.
He reaches over and pats.
Sisqo just lays his head back down. It's like. Gives a sigh and drifts off to sleep again.
Oh, this is nice.
Noticing me here, as I'm waking up, I'm like, oh, well, isn't the brave revolutionaries? Time to go, is it?
Yes, it's time to go. Yes, it's time to go.
Right, come on then.
I get up clearly hungover from the drugged meat diet.
It's probably still taking effect. We haven't had a full sleep.
Thank you.
That's incredible. Yeah. Eric gets very slowly to his feet. Yeah. So you've got a half-stoned half-elf and a half-stoned tabaxi, but basically you all sort of
and a half-assed Kenku.
You start to head back toward Greenheart proper, and eventually you see as the last of the sunlight dips, as the sun dips below the horizon, you see the arena.
By the way, the moment they get to the town, Tim's like,
Oh yeah. Sorry, you kind of the swamp starts to thin, and then you're like it's open fields, and you're like there's a sky.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, he's like looking around like, oh my goodness, the swamp. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? And he's like standing at the edge going, oh yeah. Oh.
This is Greenpeace.
Looks at you like,
Welcome.
is this where you're from?
No.
He's just like, and then he like tentatively starts walking forward, like he's just walking, looking around.
Okay.
Can I would you like to go on my shoulder so you can see more?
Yes.
I pick
Oh
him
my
up, put
goodness.
him on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Mist is quite tall, right?
Yeah.
On my
Yeah.
shoulder.
It's probably the highest you've ever been.
He's
Certainly the highest Ericsson.
Well, I need to have a think about that.
Yeah. Is this the highest ever?
yeah, he's flabbergasted. Like this.
As you start to sort of approach, you see Mila and the three people like accompanying her. They kill their lamps, and they just use a hold, and then they sort of squat down. They sort of lean forward and kind of gesture, and you see that all around the arena it is really unnaturally busy for this time of night. There are lots of torches now lit up on the walls of the arena and in sort of fire pits that have been brought out from inside and placed around the outside, and there are guards patrolling. You see there are three groups of them, they're pairs, and they're kind of just like wandering around, basically doing a circuit, occasionally checking doorways and entryways into the Colosseum, checking doors to make sure they're tight. It looks like, even though Fort Bryan, basically looks like Fort Bryan's not taking any chances with his remaining stable of dinosaurs.
Can I see how the guards are dressed from here?
Yeah, they are dressed quite plainly in sort of just like dark blue tunics and trousers with like breastplates. They've each got a sword at their hip, and each one's carrying a lit torch.
Was it a uniform?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to disguise myself as one of the guards.
Fair.
I'll do the same.
No, I've got a spell. Have you got the spell as well?
Yeah. Oh, I've got. Oh, I've only got minor illusion. Actually, I don't have budget.
I don't think
I was going to
illusion's
disguise
big
myself
enough.
as
I've got a
Al.
disguise. I've got a disguise kit.
You can.
Let's all just go in disguise.
Apart from these two.
I like the idea that we're all about to disguise. Oh, you disguise? Yeah!
I've got a disguise kit, and I could build you into my armor or whatever.
Yeah, I'd love that.
So you have little
breastplate
people.
with eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much,
Yeah, like Tim is underneath your armor, but yeah, he's got little
So it
peepholes.
looks like I'm really burly and have a big chest as well.
Just roll me a d20 just to see what the quality of this disguise is.
That's a 19.
It's great. You're disguising yourself as a guard.
Yes.
Yeah.
With Tim the Goblin.
Yeah.
In like a papoose.
Yeah.
And an armor.
I just can't get
Papoose.
away from papooses and dragons, can I? I'm cursed. Absolutely cursed. Fine. Yeah. You basically you look like a normal guard who maybe has a couple of bright shiny buttons on his tunic, and even if you were to look closely, you'd never realise that they're actually just the dark, glossy eyes of a goblin peeking out from a fake breastplate.
Yeah. You can hear a little bit inside, just.
Yeah. You sound like a guard, like a really burly guard with early onset arthritis of the knees. So you're like, oh, it sounds like walking is slightly uncomfortable for you. That, or you're just absolutely fucking amazed by everything. Sorry, let me just. All right. Again, Wheels, can you also just roll for the quality of the disguise?
Yeah. Any pluses or just a straight up d20?
Just roll me a d20.
Okay. 15.
Cool. Yeah, it's good. You look like a soldier who's not really taking as good care of his equipment.
Rude. Spell says I can look however I like, but no worries.
Just got bad taste in
You
clothing.
chose. You're like, I want to be a slovenly one. Fine.
called
and
role-playing.
it's your-
I look very
Excuse myself
handsome,
as well,
actually.
yeah. Well, apparently you can look however you like, Matt. So
I rolled an 8.
a 20, great.
I cast.
Because apparently it's not fair to make people.
Well,
roll.
the spell says I don't need to roll,
Well,
Jonathan.
then it's fine. You look like Algernon Fortbrime.
Great.
Good.
You look like
Nailed it.
Al.
Ow.
How
That's
about
it.
you, Aaron?
Well, I don't have a disguise kit, but I do, as a noble, have a set of fine clothes. So I'll basically prepare myself kind of
Yeah.
as someone fitting of my rank and just neaten myself up.
To be honest, you were almost certainly going to do that anyway because swamp muck.
Yeah.
On your other clothes.
I'm sort of casting predator designation to clean myself while shrieking intermittently. So, just getting like.
Yeah, fine.
And I basically, I do an impression of one of my sort of older cousins as a sort of man about town. Like, yes, yes! Like, just kind of
Okay, all right. So, 2 guards, Algernon Fortbrine, and a man dressed very well who's just going, yes, 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 yes. All approach the arena. You hear a voice saying, halt! Who goes there?
I introduce myself and say that I'm showing an esteemed guest around. It's me, Al. I mean, it's me, Al. Or however your voice sounded when you did Al.
It's spot on, Matt. You're doing a great job. Oh, Mr. Fortbrine, but you said we weren't to call you Al, sir.
I can call myself Al, can't I? Don't you question me.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Yes, sir. You're showing an esteemed guest in.
That's right,
Sir.
and I'll have you not bother me and my guest as we're taking our tour.
Oh yes, that would be me. I've got lots of money. Just kind of like.
Good for you, sir.
I choose my
you,
friends
thank you.
wisely.
If you'll permit me, Al, sir, these guards, are they fresh hires, sir?
I'm here to take over your place.
You may not.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
You've been fired, by the way.
You can't, but Mr. Fortbrine,
Because I've got this big old chest.
He sort of just. But Mr. Fortbrine.
I march around in circles.
Mince! You're mincing!
I've worked for you since I was a boy. Ooh, ee, ah, ooh. I've worked for you since I was a boy. You can't do this to me, sir.
I'll give you a second chance if you find that dinosaur now out of my sight.
Yes, sir. He runs off in a random direction. The other guard is standing there like with a halberd, like.
I will cast Charm Person. I attempt to charm a humanoid I can see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw, and does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting as a no.
Oh,
Nope.
but if
so-
it fails, then he knows that he's been charmed.
Wait, I
I
Yeah,
do
right.
roll. Sorry,
What's
it's
your spell save
wisdom
DC?
9. Attack save is Wiz 9.
Okay.
Really? That's terrible.
Tell you what else is terrible.
What's your D-
Rolling a 2.
Ooh.
So,
What's your DC?
Huh?
is that really your spell save DC is 9?
Just says Wiz 9. Attack save Wiz 9.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Wow.
Sorry.
God damn. Well, it works. He's charmed. Like, oh, very well handled, sir. I always thought that he was a troublemaker. In fact, sir.
What's your name?
Michael.
Oh, I was
Terrible
wondering,
name.
Michael.
Yeah. You're Jeffrey now.
Yes, sir. Oh, thank you so much, sir. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm Jeffrey, sir. I'm Jeffrey.
My name is Ronald.
Nice to meet you,
From
Ron.
inside the chest you hear, "Hello, Jeffrey."
Hello again, sir.
Yeah, I like whip out a puppet. I'm like, I'm a ventriloquist as well.
You just
Part-time.
have a puppet with
Marvellous.
you.
I'm a of course I do.
What great hires you've made this week, sir.
Thank you. Now go and take a break or something.
Oh, that's very kind of you, sir.
By searching for the dinosaur. You don't get breaks, remember that.
Yes,
A
sir.
break from guarding.
Yes, sir. He runs away in a different direction. He just like drops his halberd, like ding, 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 and he legs it.
I pick up the halberd.
Fine. They're at the other, sort of at the edge of the fire, the torchlight. You see the other guards sort of like on the way back of their sweeps, but they're kind of just looking at you like, and they turn around and they're like, it's circular. We'll give them another 10 minutes. So yeah, you basically are free to enter the arena.
Okay.
Door's locked, obviously, but you know.
Has anyone got a lockpicking set?
We did have 2 guards. Oh, we've got a charmed guard. He must have the
No,
key,
he's
right?
right.
No, he ran off to go look for the
Oh
dinosaur.
yeah, nice one, War Boss. I mean, Al.
I'll have you remember that. Thank you.
Al
I've come from a different part of London now.
I'm. Oh wait, no, hold on. Actually, I think I am proficient in thieves' tools because I am
Wow.
an ex-thief.
From a certain dodgy.
Yeah, thieves' tools.
Cool.
I can
Okay.
use that to thieve the door open, please.
Dex sleight of hand check, please. We'll call this
Got
a
it.
10.
Got it coming up.
Feeling
Sleight
benevolent.
hand. I got a +4. That's a 17.
Right,
Nice.
yeah, you charm the lock perfectly. You kind of, sort of a warm glow sort of suffuses you as you're like, it's like getting into a warm bath or sitting in a favourite chair. You're like, bloody love picking a lock. Kind of like, as you do it, all of your senses feel heightened. You're like, like you're aware of the feel of the cobbles under your feet, and you can smell something that isn't ham.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
taking all the delightful odours of the city. You're like, God, I love crime. Mila and the sort of her cohort catch up with you. They were kind of watching as you went in and did all this bizarre social stealth. But seeing an opportunity, they stack up on the door and they're like, good work. Absolutely no idea what you did or how you did it, but
Who said you were coming?
You're not in disguise.
Yeah.
I said I'm
Well, you can wait outside.
Yeah. It will look really weird if you come in with us.
How
I
about-
didn't want to say anything, but the bark armor really like not part of this culture. Like it's not really looking very cool, as it were.
Well, I mean, how about we just sneak them in now?
Make me a charisma persuasion check.
Persuasion +0. 4.
You've hurt her feelings.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to.
Oh. Then you've really hurt her feelings.
Okay.
You can hear from echoing in the chest plate. I don't see why she can't come.
She's sort of.
I like moving the puppet's mouth while that happens.
I know there's a goblin in there. I saw you get stuff.
And why are you
The
looking
puppet
around?
Shut up. I don't like you.
No, I know.
And you've upset me about the clothing. But fine, we'll wait outside. Send us a signal if we're allowed to come in.
I'll cast Whisper, shall I? No, sorry, I didn't mean that to be sarcastic. I'll cast Whisper.
Oh.
Do you mean
Got it.
message?
Or, yeah, whatever it is. I don't know.
I hate this bird.
You
is
just
she-
hear-
Message, yeah, thanks.
Just hear, boy.
one of the cohorts sort of leans and goes, boy, into the breastplate, and then they sort of just stalk off. They sit down.
As we're sort of leaving them, I cast Message just to test out it's working on Mila, and I whisper in her ear, "You have misguided ideas on how society works."
She can reply, right?
If I wanted to.
Do you?
Nope.
You just hear in the darkness.
I'm
Okay.
warming to you, Birdman.
Yeah.
All right. Good. You proceed through the door. You are in the sort of labyrinthine sort of tunnels of the arena, where there are lots of staircases leading up to the seating and all that kind of stuff. And it's kind of like a bit like the Royal Albert Hall. It's just like a corridor that goes all the way around. That was niche, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's a big landmark. It's fine.
Yeah. Fine. You're inside the arena now.
We know where the dinosaurs are kept, don't we?
Yeah, you do.
Can I do a quick perception check to make sure there's no guards or sort of general stuff looking around?
Please do.
That is a 17.
You can hear a ways off. But you hear some clanking, and you hear some sort of you hear people moving around.
Okay.
It looks like there are guards, but also there's you reckon there's probably just sort of staff keeping the place going.
I suppose we'd best be quick.
All right.
What's the plan, Eric?
Free some dinosaurs? I've got lots of money. I sort of just say that right out as if like anyone's around.
Have I given you inspiration yet? Who hasn't had inspiration?
I think everyone.
Oh,
really?
Mate, have that. That's right, because you've been really annoying me.
Yeah, I've been trying my hardest to, so I feel like I should get some reward.
I can't give you inspiration twice. Cool. So how are you going to proceed? Are we being stealthy, or are we just?
Did we bring the ham?
Yeah, obviously.
Definitely. I'm like, I have the ham. I'm just sort of I just got it still in my bag.
Did we bring the ham? Yeah, we did.
Quick aside, I know I'm only first level druid, but I believe you said to me that I could transform regardless.
Yeah, because I mean, what's the point in being a druid and having to wait to level up to turn into an animal? It's the only reason to be a druid, in my opinion. Sorry, druids.
So while you're lot trying to decide what to do, Tim says, I think I might have an idea. And suddenly, from within your blessed plate...
I was about to say he's still in the papier-mâché.
You just feel like there's a lot less weight suddenly, like that. And then out of one of the little holes comes a little fly that goes like that.
Oh Lord.
And
I like start swiping.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
you see it buzzing around like that.
Yeah, okay.
Jumping up and like.
You are a fly now.
Yeah, and you just start like flying off like that.
It takes you quite a long time, but yeah, you start to go along a corridor, and you see a guard sort of just patrolling, bored out of his mind, really, just like holding on to a torch. Doesn't even notice you as you kind of just past. You all following?
Casting message on Tim.
Yeah.
I say, Tim, give us the word from the skies.
We're out here in the...
What's the traffic like, Tim?
Oh, it's a real nice day up here, Kent.
You hear back, well, I believe there's somebody here. I think he's one of them gods.
If that's how you pronounce it. Tim says there's a guard up ahead.
We're still all in disguise, right?
Yeah.
So I just stroll on confidently, knowing that this guard wouldn't dare stop Al.
Cool.
As I'm walking by you, I'm talking about sort of the prices of the dinosaurs and just gold in general. Just in a very sort of like, oh, it's so delightful here. I'm just kind of looking around.
I've got loads. Okay, you basically approach a guard who at first goes, "Who got?" And he said, "Oh,
Don't look at me."
He looks down, chastened, and he sort of patrols past you, like.
Yeah, Tim keeps going.
I mumble idiot as he passes.
Oh,
Harsh.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
I like your style, Al. You really let them know their place. Down in the gutter. I'm being a rich guy.
No, I totally get it. I think it's great. I think it's really, really good.
If anything, you're role playing too well.
So you start proceeding toward the dinosaur pens, and you see a man walking along with a big pail. Like, he's got a big bucket, he's got some big green gloves, he's wearing what looks like a very warm jumper, and he's just walking along the line, and you hear lots of excited like chirruping coming from the stalls, and he's just got a bucket of meat, and he's like, meh, just tossing big hunks of ham into the various stalls, because it appears to be feeding time.
As he's chucking the meat in, I look visibly frightened, just sort of doing a kind of like, oh no, just sort of, and I hide behind Al.
Okay.
I will So he hasn't noticed us, the person that's feeding these.
Nope, he's got his back to you.
I'll use thaumaturgy to make some kind of a. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll make my voice boom up to 3 times as loud as
That sounds good.
You idiot! Why are you feeding them?
The man drops the bucket of meat. He's like, oh, Mr. Forbright, sir, it's feeding time for the dinosaurs.
Who told you this? Was it me?
It's on the roster, sir.
Oh, I didn't tell you directly, did I?
No, sir.
So why are you doing it?
You've never spoken to me before in my life, sir.
Get out of my sight!
grab the bucket from his hand. Give me that.
Are you going to feed them?
Yes.
Alright, I suppose I'll go. I'm not fired, am I?
We'll see.
Oh. He dashes off down the corridor. There are lots of pens with dinosaurs that are now like. They're all just looking at you like.
Yeah, Tim's gonna like buzz around them.
How many of them? Did we see how many have actually eaten the meat?
4.
So they're out of it.
4
right?
of them are like. Just like drooling on the floor like.
Right, well we'll start with those.
Are they all roughly the same size, or they're bigger than that?
There are no real big ones. There are a few more of the like these ones that look like Sisqo, and there are some slightly smaller ones. They're little diddy babby ones that are called fast teeth, and they're these. They're like
Okay, so they're kind of 6-7 feet tall, that kind of thing.
about human size actually.
Okay.
Are we on our own with the dinosaurs now?
Yeah.
Right. Before we do anything,
Here we go.
can I just point something out? We're in the place of all the golden melons, yeah? So we can nick those. And those guys outside, they don't mind if we nick the golden melons either. Why don't we just take some dinosaurs and then just run off of them? And then
We
sell
can
those
ride
too?
them.
Yeah, or just we can just ride dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Tim flies into one of the the cages with the pens with the little ones in, and he transforms back into his goblin self. And he's like, he doesn't want to startle it. He's like approaching it.
This is one of the
Apart from the bit where he turned into a goblin that was once a fly.
Is this one of the stoned ones? Sorry, or no?
Stoned.
Is it one of the stoned dinosaurs?
No, one of the awake little ones. Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
Yeah. He's like, he knows how to approach
Yeah.
creatures and monsters and beasts and things, sort of.
Yeah.
And he goes up to it and like, he says, "Hello?" And he like shows him his hand to sniff. Okay. Is it all right?
Does the dinosaur have a beard?
You know I've got a jaw open.
Shows him his hand. Sniff it, yeah. And pets it. Yeah. Says,
Yeah.
I like this one best.
Right, well there's Tim's.
It's
the only one you've met.
nuzzles at you.
Yeah, he's like,
Can I use nature to try and see which ones look a bit more friendly than the others?
It's fairly obvious. Like
Yeah.
all the ones that look like Sisqo are like, because they look really carnivorous. Because they are. The other ones are clearly not. They're kind of like beaked, and they're like the pretty.
oh.
How many of them are there?
You can see about 15.
How many are knocked out? Out of interest?
4.
Okay.
The little ones are knocked out, are they? Or is it a mix of the two?
Mix of the two. It's 3 little ones, 1 big one.
Okay, so we've got 12 little dinosaurs that probably won't eat us, and that we can ride off into the sunset holding golden melons with. Is everyone thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah.
We free the dinosaurs,
Yes,
right?
free them, Tim. Yeah.
He's nodding.
Warboss, come on, mate. You must want to ride a dinosaur.
What if we knock off a couple? They won't notice.
What does that mean? You want to kill them? Did you
Imagine.
just come here to kill things?
Imagine being the person to say you killed a dinosaur.
A dinosaur that was held in a pen and was probably drugged.
You're right. We'll free them, then we'll kill them.
How are the cages closed? Are they just like?
They're just bolts.
I've gone around and
locked.
like started like just pushing some of them open.
Okay. A lot of them give you a wide berth because you look like Fort Bryan. They're like,
Oh yeah.
but they start skittering down the corridor, like back from the way you from where you came.
Can I when I open one of the cages, can I like slowly approach one and then like try and get on its back?
Make me a dexterity acrobatics.
Are they big enough
Or
for
would
them
it
to
be
do
wisdom
that?
animal? Either make this a wisdom animal handling check or a dex acrobatics check.
I mean, acrobatics is better.
Okay, right, fine.
I'm guessing they wouldn't be quite as happy if
15.
you're doing it that way.
Perfect. Yeah, you it's very graceful. You kind of just you sling yourself up onto this dinosaur's back like it's your job. Like,
I lean over. I'm like, "What's your name?"
I suppose they're used to it, aren't they? They're supposed to be
Nice
ridden.
to meet you.
Yeah.
They've got jockeys.
yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
it goes like, but it's completely passive.
Can I give him some meat? Oh no, wait, I don't have any untainted meat. Never mind, I don't have any meat.
You offer an arm. Tainted meat. Whoa.
I'm like,
Oh,
take me to where the golden melons are.
tainted meat is not good.
Golden melons.
Uh,
Golden melons ahoy!
It runs into a wall.
Quick, it's in the direction of this creature's chin.
seeing Miss do this, Tim like he wants to have a go.
All right, dex acrobatics or wisdom animal handling, whichever is highest. Is anyone not getting on the dinosaur?
I'm gonna do.
No, I'm going to get on a dinosaur.
I'm absolutely getting on a dinosaur.
Everyone either make a dex acrobatics check or
Yeah.
a wisdom animal handling check, whichever is higher.
But
You're looking to be.
Tim is specifically going on this little one.
Okay, you can have advantage because it likes you.
Okay. And I'll roll in a 1. Ooh,
Can I
that
spend this
is
to reroll?
20.
Oh, great. Okay. I love that you've used your point of inspiration to make
That's
sure
better.
you get on a dinosaur first try.
Yeah, I'm not, mate.
Okay.
I'm
So
not
what's
screwing
your
up.
roll?
I got a 14 in total.
Okay.
Or 13. sorry.
20,
16.
16.
Morbos isn't.
My boss
No.
does not care.
They're beneath me.
Oh, you're not getting on.
But
the
not
dinosaur.
literally.
All of you are on dinosaurs now, apart from Morbos. And there are lots of other dinosaurs just sort of running around now.
Tim's loving this. He's laughing. And he's like, hey.
There are still some doors to open. There are a couple more pens with like a pair of the big ones. And then there is one particularly large door that doesn't seem to have an opening into it.
Tim goes straight for that one.
Okay.
Can he coax his little dinosaur forward?
Yeah.
To the door.
Yep.
And he wants to look at. Is it locked?
No, it's not locked.
He
It's got a couple of very heavy bolts on it.
he's gonna struggle to open it.
As you sort of go there, you have to sort of give the heels to your mount a little bit. It's like doesn't seem to want to go near this one, but you start struggling with the doors. Just make me a strength check, just to throw the bolts.
Ooh, that's not good. That is a 5.
Okay, it's taking quite a while. You're like, "Ugh," you've got your feet braced on it, and you're just pulling and pulling.
Yeah, and
And
the whole
pulling.
time he's saying, "I'm gonna free all of them, my swampy
You
brethren."
hear a guard from has come down the passage. It's like you've.
So I'm just imagining the scene.
Right.
The tableau.
And the man goes, "What the hell are you doing?"
Al said we could have a go because we've got a special guest.
I'm a special guest.
She's got loads of money.
Loads of money.
Make another strength check, please, Tim. What's your roll?
I'm gonna use my
Okay.
to roll again because that was awful. Oh, I'm rolling like balls.
What's your roll?
9.
Okay. You got no modifiers.
That's with the modifiers.
So sorry. He goes, "I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him."
Oh,
Yeah, of course.
What's behind that door? Will our adventurers be successful, and will Morbos get to kill anything?
Find out next week in the concluding chapter of DINO-SCORE here on Dicebreaker.